when it comes. They'll be voting Raving Loony when it comes. They'll be voting Raving Loony, voting Raving Loony, voting Raving Loony when it comes.
And anyway, we started this monster Raving Loony party in the very early 80s down in Devon, and in 1987 I put myself up as the local town council of Ashburton, and lo and behold, the silly burgers voted me on. And you know, I was a town councillor for 13 years, and Lord Sutch loved that. I got returned unopposed. There were 8 people for 12 seats, but you see, we'd always said that if anybody got enough votes to get on anything, we'd have to have a meeting and expel them because they're getting too many votes and not being loony enough. But that's how I got away with it, because I wasn't actually voted on. I was returned unopposed. But he liked that idea, and I was a town councillor for 13 years, and as recently as 1998, 1999 and the year 2000 I became the town mayor. I was the town mayor of Ashburton. I was the chairman of the council and lord of the borough.
The big old gold chain and all that.
Yes, I had the chain and everything. I was everything a Loony Party member shouldn't be. I was. And Lord Sutch actually loved that idea too. He loved that idea. It was getting us somewhere, believe it or believe it not. But shortly after that his mum died, and shortly after that, lo and behold, I got home one Wednesday night. It was June the 16th, I remember it very, very well. Got home one Wednesday night, and quite late. I'd been out playing darts or euchre, which is a card game they play in Devon. And all of a sudden the phone rang. It was about 12:30 at night. And very, very flippantly, because it was my birthday, I'd obviously had a couple of drinks, very, very flippantly, I picked up the phone and said, "You're a bit late to be ringing Monster Raving Loony Party headquarters, aren't you?" This voice at the other end said, "Oh, this is the Times newspaper. You haven't heard then?" I said, "Heard? Heard what?" As soon as he said that, I knew exactly what I was going to say. He said, "Screaming Lord Sutch is no longer with us. He's committed suicide." I was a bit shocked actually, but deep in my heart, I knew one day I would perhaps get a telephone call, something like that.
Yeah, he's still the spiritual leader.
Yes, yes. Well, that was in 1999. Well, come September that same year, we had our next conference, and because I was the chairman and deputy leader, I then became the leader, with Screaming Lord Sutch as our spiritual leader, and my cat, who was called Catmando, became the joint leader. And he had his little top hat and his rosette, and he used to sit up on. He used to pose for the cameras. He loved it.
Ginger Tom, wasn't he?
Yes, Ginger Tom. He used to make people laugh. He'd see it, if he saw that camera there, he'd jump up now and sit there. For some reason, he just knew. Animals are funny things, aren't they? But alas, my wife became very, very ill, and I moved her back to here. She had multiple sclerosis. She had it for a long time, but it got worse and worse and worse. And I moved her back to Farnborough, Camberley area, where we come from, in January 2000, and made her a promise I'd be back here within a year. Well, in 2000, come March time, a friend of mine died, called Heinz, from the tornadoes.
Is he gone? I don't know.
Yeah. And he lived in Eastleigh down by Southampton. So I came up from Devon to attend his funeral. Well, it was maybe on a Tuesday, I think. I spent the weekend in Farnborough, where I come from, which is just down the road here. And whilst I was here to attend Heinz's funeral, I had a ride round the area where we moved from originally, which is a little place called Derby Green, which is near Yakeley. I saw this pub for sale and come and buy me. So I did. I bought a 5-year franchise. So me promising my wife I'd be back home here within a year, I was here within 6 months. So then the Dog and Partridge at Yateley became the headquarters of the monster Raving Loony party. And unfortunately David never visited there. But the party carried on and got bigger and better and stronger. And with the internet now, it's absolutely amazing what you can do.